Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel, King Alexander. Today I just wanted to come on here and share a few thoughts, a little quick video in regards to the Supreme Court overturning Roe versus Wade, which I personally believe in pro-choice. You know, everyone has a right to do with what they want to do with their bodies, or women specifically, in their health when it comes to reproductive health and what we consider to be an important factor when it comes to those kind of concerns or issues during childbirth. But I also just found it really funny that the Supreme Court chose to overturn certain things, and you've got Clarence Thomas who gets on there and who really is on a high horse, you know, in my opinion. I'm like, well, who told Clarence Thomas that, we wanted to hear what the hell he had to say, especially we all know what was going on with his wife being a pro-Trump supporter and how she was really a part of the MAGA movement, or the White House, not the White House, sorry, the insurrection that occurred on January 6th. You know, she had her hand in that as well, and you can't tell me that he didn't know, which is why they were asking him to recuse himself a while back. But anyway, with that being said, I really wanted to come in here and talk about how we have the over-sexualization of children in society, specifically when it comes to getting married, and how we have this overturning of Roe v. Wade, but yet we don't consider more important issues such as child marriages. Now, in the United States, what we consider a child is anyone under the age of 18. Now, we know that the legal age to get married in certain states is 18. Now, this is not true all the way across the board. You can get married in certain states, particularly like South Carolina. If you are 16 or 17, you can get married. You can get a marriage certificate. You just need the parental consent under the age of 18 in this particular state. Now, there are other states, such as California and Nebraska, that have their own kind of, laws in regards to that, whether or not you're going to need the parental permission to get married or not, or whether or not you're going to need a judge to give permission after you've already gotten permission from your parents to sign the marriage certificate. So back to my original point in regards to the overturning of Roe v. Wade, we have more important issues to talk about, such as the sexualization and marriage off of children. I've got some few notes here I'm going to read off that I looked online. This was from Wikipedia and World Population Review. In Mississippi, the age to marry, the legal age to get married is 21. Okay, so that's the southern state, which is kind of weird. That's kind of late to be getting married, or a late age to allow to get married, but that's okay, Again, that's not a child. 21 is a full-grown adult. They know right from wrong. Nebraska is the age 19. California, Mississippi, you can get married in California and Mississippi under the age of 21 with a parent's consent. The minimum age with consent to get married in those states, California and Mississippi, is 12 years old. Can you imagine a 12-year-old boy, 12-year-old girl getting married and having to do all the duties and responsibilities that are included in marriage? How are you going to be going, what is 12? 6th grade, 7th grade? How are you going to be a 6th grader and have a full-grown wife who is 12, if not older than that, 21 years old, because you can get married at 12 years old with the consent of your parents. Excuse me, y'all, it's kind of hot. I got this door open because my AC is out right now, so, whew. But anyway, I've got them working on that. So can you imagine, like I said, being 12 years old? Put yourself in that type of environment where you were 12 years old. What was your mindset at 12 years old? My mindset at 12 years old, I was watching Power Rangers and playing with toys, and wondering when lunch or dinner was going to be served. Coming home from school and being excited to see my parents, not being excited to go see my wife or husband. And again, that's a whole separate conversation, where the legal minimum age with parent consent in California and Mississippi is 12 years old. But let's not forget, you can't be a homosexual, though. So this is just for heterosexuals. Yeah, let's get into that. Some more notes that I've got here. Florida and Texas also allow for child minor marriages, child or minors to get married. In 2006, under the Obama administration, an 11-year-old was married to a 11-year-old male was married to a 27-year-old female in Tennessee. Again, 11 years old with parental consent in the state of Tennessee under the Obama administration, Democratic Party, with Congress being Republican at that time, Republican-led anyway, and a 21-year-old. Now, what does a 21-year-old female want with an 11-year-old boy? I'm not saying it, but I'm saying it. What kind of conversations are you having at dinner? This is an 11-year-old, not a 12-year-old, not 13, 14, 15, or even 16. An 11-year-old doesn't even know, like, they want to go to the candy shop. They want to ride their bikes. They want to play outside all day long. You know, they got to go to school and do homework. A 21-year-old female, what is she going to do with an 11-year-old? Hasn't even hit puberty yet in most cases. So you're talking about sexual exploitation of children, minors, as young as 11 years old. But the Supreme Court has no quarrels or qualms about that. They don't want to overturn that, but they want to look at Roe versus Wade. They want to look at all kinds of cases in regards to removing homosexuality. It's just really ridiculous and crazy, if you ask me. And a judge had to approve this particular marriage that occurred in 2006 between the 11-year-old boy and the 27-year-old female. So the judge approved this marriage along with the parents. Okay. So what judge in their right mind, you're supposed to uphold the innocence of the children and what's in the best interest of the child, just like with CPS cases. You're supposed to be what's in the best interest of the child.